welcome to another coffee chat. I know it's been a minute, so if you have never been on my coffee chat, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Marin. I'm the designer at Knitterista and also the girl for everything here. It's a one-woman show so far with a lot of help from tech editors and tech knitters, things like that. Alright, so today is on the agenda to bring you up to speed again and talk a bit about what I've been up to the last months and what's still out there for you to enjoy. And then I'm going to show you some work in progress, some final object, and basically my preview of the upcoming autumn-winter season when we are all going to start knitting like crazy again. Let's do it! Alright, first things first. I'm very proud of this. I got published in my favorite knitting magazine. So, generally, this is something I've been focusing a lot on. I think over the last year, to get into magazines, and yes, I did submit only to the big one. Should have maybe tried some easier ones, but yeah. And I got in to Pom Pom. This is my beret. And man, I hope you can see that. I'm still smiling. It's such a while ago that I worked on this, and it got out in the spring issue 44. You can still buy it. It's a super fun design, and those photos are amazing. Generally, I love this magazine. I get every issue of it ever since I started to knit, but this one is one of the best of all times. Seriously. There are I should do this the other way around. There's so many great designs in there. I don't even know where to start. And look at this. I want to learn brioche for it, to be honest. Alright, so, very important, Pom Pom magazine. For me, that was kind of a milestone. And yeah, what else? I did publish this one, this Scrappy heart. A shawl design for the public. I initially created it for just my Patreons. Welcome present last year, and yeah, now it's available for everyone. It's again really relaxed garter stitch pattern, which teaches you all kind of things: how to do fade, how to do stripes. You can do, I just realized it's the wrong side. Oh, of course it is. So it teaches you all kind of ways how to make stripes, how to make fades, how to make this bigger, smaller. And I think the most important thing about this is I created a way to make this border go completely around. And never seen a construction like it. It's really cool. I really like knitting the shawl. That's definitely a TV knit for those of you who need one. And yeah, it's available on my Ravelry store. I'm going to put you all links in the description of this video, so no worries that you gonna have to miss it. You won't miss anything. Okay, next. Probably the most important thing for me or for Knitterista, apart from getting published in Pom Pom, is that I created a class for you guys. It's a class on Skillshare, online class. You can take it whenever it works for you, and I'm going to teach you how to take photos with your smartphone of your makes. and in a way that it's fun and creative, and you learn all the basics you need to know without the whole complicated technical stuff you get if you try to get it done with your DSLR. So that class is available for you anytime. You can sign up on the platform with my referral link, so then you get a premium membership for 1 month and can watch my class, can watch other classes. And yeah, I hope you like it there. I been on the platform for, I think, honestly a decade as a student before I now became a teacher. I really love it. It's awesome for creatives, and it is super affordable, so counts as high recommendations. And yeah, I'll put you the link in the description too. It will lead you directly to my class. You can watch a trailer, and that sign up link also gives you the free membership. Try it out. By the way, Skillshare has not only classes for me, obviously, it's a big platform, but they are really booking cool people to create original classes at the moment, and I wanted to tell you about those two. The first one is from Vincent Williams. If you feel like you're still a beginner with knitting, there are some things you never really understand, like how to read a knitting pattern, things like that. Vincent Williams is teaching an awesome beginner knitter class. Brand new is Brandi Cheyenne Harper on the platform with 3 classes, and I mean, that woman is awesome, you know. I haven't watched them yet, to be honest. They're so new. I'm super excited to watch them. I know they will be awesome, okay? I know it. So, last but not least, not knitting, but sewing is taught by Denise Byron, and I believe you know that one too. So, all really, really great creators, and those classes definitely will bring you forward on your creative journey. You sign up with my link, you can watch those classes too. You can definitely watch all classes that are on the platform. That's what this premium membership is for, so don't miss out, okay? It's going to be a hot summer. Maybe you have some time to hone your skills in and get ready for the next season. Have fun. So during the last year, I honestly focused heavily on creating B2B connections and working more for yarn companies and trying to get published by magazines instead of self-publishing with Knitterista. And that was cool. I learned a lot. I got some great connections, got to know some awesome people, and I guess it worked too. Always depends on how you look on things. But yeah, I got into the Almanac series from Fibre last year with my Orbital Hat, and that's still available. You can buy it on Ravelry. You get there from my store. You generally buy it from Fibre. There are also kits available on their website, and yeah, the cool thing is I get a piece of it. So I really love that collaboration. Comes highly recommended. I love the yarn. We're working on new stuff together at the moment. I'm going to show you those in a second. So yeah, the Orbital Hat is already there for you if you like it. Then I got into pom-pom. We already talked about that one. And in September, I will be in this awesome magazine. So Making Stories is actually here from Germany. Hannah Lisa is in Berlin, and I think she's making an awesome job teaching people about sustainability. That's the main focus of this magazine. She's really trying to hone it in every detail. I love that too, and I'm proud to be published by this magazine. And there comes another hat. I don't know what it is. All again with hats in magazines. But yeah, okay, I love hats, that's not a problem. It's really cool. Alright, so that's making stories. Let me think there. I did send in other submissions. Of course, they didn't all work. That's just the way it is. That's okay. But I just sent out a sample for another collaboration with a yarn company. I'm not allowed to talk about it. It's always top secret. But it's going to be released in November or December. So, something to look forward to, I hope. Now, next season, I'm going to change that. I'm going to self-publish again a lot with Knitrista. So, why don't we have a look at my upcoming collection? Alright, so before I'm going to show you the collection or what I'm working on right now for next season, I have to tell you a bit of story about my journey with garments. So, I've been thinking about making garments for a long time now, actually ever since I started to write knitting patterns, and I signed up for the sweater design school from Sister Mountain. I've just been on a Recklin workshop here in Cologne. So I'm trying to get into that right mindset, but it's making me very nervous, and I feel like the whole social discussions we have around this topic, bigger sizes, inclusivity, is a huge part of it. But that's only one part. The other thing is that I knitted some garments, I've never shown you by the way, and I never got them right. So this is a good example. This one was supposed to be a vest, very casual and cool, and I did try it several times, but this yarn is a really bad yarn choice. And I think you know that. You probably had that problem before too. The moment that one hit the water, it kind of made and it happened to me with another one, with a linen knit with linen. So what I've been searching for are ways to create garments without having to do the classic garment construction, and that are a bit more forgiving and much easier to make. And yeah, that's kind of a focus topic of my designs for the next season. I believe there are other knitters like me who think like, oh my god, you mean this shoulder construction? And yeah, where you have to do several things at the same time, but you have the pattern and it tells you at the beginning you're gonna have to work increases every third row, and you're gonna have to do decreases every other row, and then you're gonna have a texture in the middle of it, and it's driving me nuts, honestly. So the designer is getting even worse because I have to grade that for 9 sizes and give you options for alternating, and quite honestly, it's just a bit too much for me right now. I'm super overwhelmed by it, and I'm losing the fun of knitting and creating and designing in the middle of it. So never mind that these projects take months. And as I discovered that I have ADHD at the beginning of this year, or actually last year, but this year I got tested, I feel like they are not the right project for my brains, and I should stick to others. So if you follow me on Instagram or on my newsletter, you probably have seen this one. I called it the water wrap. It's a wrap cocoon construction, and it's also guys super easy to make for you guys. And it has, I'm going to get up. It is also, not also, sorry, it's Fisherman's Rib. We haven't talked about that. With cables. I think the stitch pattern is beautiful. For me, it looks like water. And I also made the shawl color to make it extra cozy. I'll probably give you some ways to alternate the pattern, like how to make arms if you want them. And yeah, that is my first pattern. As you can see, it's my way of taking notes. If you are also neurodivergent, you might see why I do that. Yeah, helps. So I'm going to write the pattern next week. It's on my list, and then it's going to test knitting, I think, in August. So you have enough time to make it, no matter the size. And yeah, what else? So this is also a collaboration with Fibre Co. I got yarn support, and I want to show you this. It's a different color, I know, but this is Cambria. It's a worsted weight. It's a beautiful fiber mix up of Mesham wool, which comes from Great Britain, so around my corner, merino and mohair. And yes, I know some people hate mohair, others love it. I feel it's very different if it's like as it's spun up inside the other fibers, and it makes this yarn amazing. You know, I want to spend just my whole winter into it. So the cool thing is they have it in worsted. I just showed you. Also the water wrap is knit in worsted, but they also have it in fingering. And apart from this cocoon wrap construction, which is kind of a way to make a cardigan vest, there's another construction I fell in love with and wanted to try out, and that is how to make a sweater without making a sweater. It's a sweater scarf. So it's like a huge big scarf, but it does have sleeves. So you put it on one sleeve, wrap it around your body, and put the other sleeve on, and it looks really beautiful. Can be very elegant. I've seen people wearing it with wedding dresses, but also other dresses, and I feel like it's a great pattern to celebrate, you know, where you have this nice dress on, and first it might be a bit cold at the place where the party is, but you know, let's be honest, over time everybody is getting a bit drunk, it's getting really hot there, and then you can just put it off and show your dress. So let me show you my actual work in progress, which is the sweater scarf. This is my swatch, and it definitely looks very different from the swatch you guys probably make, but this is how you do it as a designer, or at least I do it. So I wanted to have, gosh, for the one-on-one rip, we will have this on the sleeves. Wondering if I can show you this. I think it's a bit hard with a small one, but yeah, you know, a bit like this. Can you imagine it? Anyway, we won't do just fisherman's rib, but I needed to get started with it anyway. Then we have kind of the same, it's nearly the same like what you saw on the water wrap, but we will have some variation inside the pattern. So it's, for me, it's like, if you want to, this is the beach, here comes the water from the ocean, and it breaks on land and makes you these waves. And when you look further, like into the water, to the horizon, the water always looks much more calm. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to start on the beach, go through the crashing waves, and then we wrap ourselves into the big relaxed ocean until we end up on the other side. If you want to, it's a bridge between no comment. The bridge between Europe and North America. Most of my knitters are. I'm in Europe, but okay, anyway, I didn't mean it to be this deep. So the last item I want to show you is really fresh off my needles. So the body is blocked, but the border isn't. It still looks a bit lumpy. It's going to be fine after blocking, I'm sure. This will be the first item of the season, and it's going to be another bandana cowl. And I have to say, bandana cowls are really growing on me. It's a super interesting item to make. It's quite a challenge to get the shaping right, because you have this small scar, small neck, and then shoulders. It's a bit like how to start a garment. And yeah, I don't see that many, and I know you love it, so I'm probably going to make much more bandana cowls in the future. This one is a different construction than my first two. This one gets knit top down. So you start here, just like you would with a triangular scarf. And this construction, I remember talking to my first coach when I created my first bandana cowl, actually, and she told me about this construction, and I was like, really, that works? And it kind of didn't make sense to me, so I didn't do it that time. But now I remembered that discussion we had, and I thought, like, okay, I'm going to try it out. I want to see how it works. So yeah, this is how you put it on. And yes, that's also it. God, if you so don't believe your designers are always doing this. Yeah, it's a bit strange, but I kind of like it now. So this first part, this first starting point needs to get in. Then you have a nice border here, and it will actually help you with a fit. So it helps you that this part stands up. When the border is blocked nicely, this will hopefully lay down as it should. Like this advertisement. Really bad advertisement. I promise you will see that, okay? That's going to be fine. So, as always, I want to make this in fingering weight. So this is the fingering weight for now. I might change that, but I wanted to make the prototype in this. I already love the colors. This is from Ching. It's a super luxury skein made of a mix of merino, yak, and silk. So it's shiny. It's warm, which also comes from the stitch pattern because fisherman's rib is very squishy. And yeah, as you only need one skein, I believe it's okay. And I will also make fingering weight. That was the first border, by the way, but I didn't like that. So that's why I changed it. This is the sport weight from De Rerum Natura. I'm wondering how you say that in English, and they are actually French, so also from Europe. And it's the yarn I made the Moin hat for making stories in, which will also be fisherman's rib. See pattern here? Stitch pattern. Yeah, so you will be able to make a matchy set, which will look awesome. And I'm also debating what kind of DK yarn I want to use. I will ask for yarn support this week, and then decide how to go on. But just to show you, this is my first try for DK weight. This is Lore. The same yarn I made the Orbital Hat in from Fibre Co. And I think the color is awesome, called Happiness. And yeah, makes you happy if you look at it. So this might be the option, or it might be another one. We will see. Alright, yeah, that one goes into test knitting after I come back from a holiday. So if you want to test knit, get on my test knitters newsletter. It's I'm going to put you the link down below, and yeah, you get the chance to knit this first. Alright, yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this coffee chat. It was super lovely to spend time with you. I always love it. I think I'm going to make more next season. Okay, so we're gonna keep more in touch here. And yeah, have a lovely summer. Have a great time during this season. And I see you probably in August.